Hey guys, welcome to Connects You Week 26. Today we're going to be discussing your digital footprint, and I'm sure most of you do have some idea of what that is, but I really don't think you guys understand the magnitude of how big your digital footprint is and what actually goes into creating your digital footprint. So that's really what we're going to be discussing a little bit today. So first of all, this is a really short video on what is a digital footprint. All right, so basically your digital footprint is every single thing that you are putting out there onto the internet, every click you make, and it's not just social media. I think that's where we go wrong, is we always think it's just Twitter or Facebook or Snapchat. There's so many other things. Every time you create an email account, everything you store in your cloud, any entertainment apps like Netflix, Hulu, all of those, any apps that you download onto your phone, any online gaming that you do, if you guys use Xbox Live or anything like that, which most of you probably do by now, any shopping that you do, you guys are probably a little young for finances, but you might have like a PayPal account and do stuff with eBay. But really all of that stuff goes into building your digital footprint. And I think the most impactful thing from the video that we just saw was that it's permanent. You can't delete it. Once it's out there, and it can't be reeled back in. And really anybody that looks for it can find it. So we recommend following the grandma rule. So even if your grandmas are as cool as these ladies here, you should still follow the rule. If you wouldn't show it to your grandma, don't take a picture of it. If you wouldn't write it to your grandma, don't text it. And if you wouldn't tell your grandma about it, don't post, like, or share it. So a lot of times you might just find something really funny and you like it, but when you look back years from now, I promise you, you'll look back and see things that'll pop up, 5 years ago, you posted this or you liked this, and you'll actually be embarrassed by what you felt was okay to say that you thought was funny on the internet. So even if you like it, you don't have to actually physically like it on the internet to have it be known that you like it. So really follow the grandma rule and be careful what you're liking, posting, and sharing. Who sees your digital profile? So really, in the future, employers are going to be looking for you. People that are, if you're going to be applying for a scholarship or looking to go on to further your education in college, really, if we want to know something about someone, we Google them, and everybody's Googleable. It's just how much of yourself is out there. So bottom line is that everyone can see your digital portfolio. And what you choose to put out there. If it's on the internet, it's searchable and someone can find it. So these are just some examples of how social media has kind of really brought some people down. And I'm not saying you guys are all going to go out and do terrible things, but just be aware of what can happen. So this top one is the most recent school shooting that we were discussing recently, that the shooter they painted a picture of a racist professional school shooter. And this was all things that this child put out there for the world to see. And then what happens in the face of tragedy is everybody looks to see who was, like, they look for the victims, they look for the suspects, and then they create their own story about them. So, I mean, this kid seemed very, very troubled and put a lot out there. But that's the story he's telling with what he chose to put out there. The second one, social media helps Brattleboro police nab bank robbery suspects. So I know that even on Facebook, the police will put out videos of people stealing gas at Sheetz or doing something in a convenience store. And social media has helped bring people down. So that's one good way that it helps the police. Oh, I accidentally put that up there twice, but this one was actually supposed to be this girl had lost her job because of a Facebook rant that she did. She was upset that she got stiffed on a tip, and her boss got on there. She saw it. People are being fired probably daily for what they choose to post or like or comment on social media. This is a big one. Family's home burglarized after posting vacation status on Facebook. We so want to just tell people where we are constantly. And people, if people know that you're on vacation, they know that you're not home. So they know that your home can be easily entered and there's nobody there to stop them. So they really encourage posting pictures when you get back from a vacation and instead of having to do everything so in the moment. And then the bottom one, social media cost this star athlete his Division I scholarship. Now he's trying to educate others. So there are a lot of consequences for what you choose to put out there. So just be really, really careful. And again, follow the grandma rule. The activity for today, I want you guys to take a look at how big is your digital footprint. So this is going to be in Google Classroom for you. What you will do is go through these pages. There's just 6 boxes here, 3 on the first page. So you're going to go through the social media and you're just going to go down through. If you do not have it, you'll delete it from this list. If you have other forms of social media, type them in here. Okay, this is going to be editable for you. So type out all the types of social media that you have. Over here, what kind of email addresses do you have? Any cloud storage that you use? On the second page, your entertainment, anything that you pay for and watch movies, or these ones are all videos and games over here. And then obviously shopping and finances is last, but if you have others that you use, type them in. If you don't use some of these, delete them out of there. But I want you guys to get a better idea of how your digital footprint is being created. And this is something that started from the minute you were born, and it's just kind of been built every single day after that. So every time you sign up for something or create a new email address or have to really enter any information about yourself, it's adding to your digital footprint. So then your last thing would just be this third slide. I just want you to write about, were you surprised by what goes into your digital footprint, and just explain that. Okay, so that's your activity for today. If you have any questions, please reach out.